Good morning again, and welcome to Dapsy Chess. And hope we're all doing fine. I wish I could be doing better, but I'm definitely going to get there. I don't really even know where to start from, but I'm just going to have to get started anyway. So I was in a tournament this past weekend, the George Washington Open, which took place in Marriott Dulles. It was a 5 round tournament, federated, of course, USCF rated as well. And I played the first 2 rounds, which I won. I had to take a bye on the third round because I had to teach. I had to teach to a group of girls, Chelsea Girls DC. I had to do a class for them, so I had to take a bye. And then on the fourth round, I had to take another bye because I had a private lesson to give. All these things are you have to make them done. And of course, I showed up for the last game, which was on Sunday, 3:30 p.m. Feeling good that, okay, sorry, I missed something up. That same Sunday, before my last game, I actually I attended an exhibition at a boxing gym where I had to play chess against several players. So, which was a very nice experience. So coming to this last game I played at this George Washington Open, even trying to recount this it's still really fresh in my mind. It's very painful. you know I don't know, it's a very painful loss. I think this loss has to rank as one of my worst losses ever. Yes, it's got to be up there somehow. But now Oga chess can be very unforgiving. The mental torture you get, having playing so well and then just throwing the game, throwing away the game just in one move. Anyway, let us get right into it. This game was against IM Eshaan Hebber. I think it's based in New Jersey. I'm not sure. I think it's based in New Jersey. So let us get right into it. The game started with the move d4. I played d6. He plays knight f3. I plays g7. I played g6, sorry. He plays c4. So I play bishop to g7. Now, I'm not really trying to play the KID, but I'm just trying to play chess. What's the point? I'm trying to wait to see what my opponent is going to do before I decided to come up with the plan for me in this position. So, I mean, there are several moves here. E4 is possible. After e4, my plan was to play bishop g4 immediately, followed by knight to c6 to put pressure on the pawn on d4. That's my plan. So I wasn't going to just roll straight into the regular opening. I just wanted to play chess. I wanted to look at the position, think about what my opponent is doing, and then just play the game chess. So at this point, he plays knight to c3. I play knight to c6. After knight c6, he played e4. Of course, that's expected. You want to gain as much squares in the center anytime your opponent doesn't try to fight for that central squares. Of course, after the move e4, now I play bishop to g4. What's the idea of bishop to g4? Of course, I'm just trying to snap a pawn off on the d4 square. So, and that's been my, that now I have a plan. So he plays d5. I threw the knight to d4, trying to get some space. After d4, he plays bishop to e3. I played c5, making sure the knight stays on d4. And of course, by moving the pawn to c5, I'm clearing this diagonal for my queen to try to get to the game, to kind of make some things happen. So h3 is played. I really don't like this move, h3. So after h3, bishop takes f3, g takes f3, queen to b6. Now, the threat is to take the pawn on b2, right? And for example, if you place queen check here, I'm just going to move my king to f8. The pawn is hanging. The pawn is hanging on f3. Pawn is hanging on b2. So I play rook to b1, which was what I envisaged. And of course, after this move, I think black is just winning. I don't think it's so much a big of a word to use in this position. So knight takes f3 check. Queen takes, bishop takes c3 check. King goes to d1. Bishop goes back to g7. He plays bishop to d3. I play queen to b6. Queen a5. What's the point of queen a5? Number one, I was guiding against the pawn push. I cannot capture because of the extra attack. So it's important for me to make a move to get away from this threat. So what did I do? I decided to create a threat of my own. And the idea of that move is just to give myself time to be able to get my knight in the game and just keep my king in a safe place. So I played queen a5, he played a3, I played knight f6. If he never protected the pawn on a6, I wasn't actually going to grab, I was just going to keep developing my pieces. So knight f6 is played. He plays bishop to c2. I castled. He played bishop to d2. Queen a6, putting pressure on the pawn on c4. I really like the way I played this game. Like I said, I wasn't really going to just get into a position and just play, I wanted to just play chess. So queen to a6 is played. It plays queen to e2. Rook a e8. This is another move I really like because now I'm trying to open up the e file. I left the rook on the f file because I might need this rook to put pressure on the pawn on f2. So rook a to e8 is played. It plays queen to d3, getting away from the attack on the e file. Of course, e6. It plays f3, captures back. Now the engine suggested b5. Like right now, I'm just winning. I'm gonna keep saying you're gonna hear that word a lot in this game. I'm just winning here. My opponent has absolutely nothing. I'm a pawn up, and I have a whole lot of possibilities here. b5 is actually suggested by the engine. b5 is very strong because of the captures. I have queen to c8. You know, um, I just have so much opportunities here. Queen to c8 and rook e3 is a possibility. I mean, sorry, rook to e5, putting pressure on that pawn, and also threatening to come to h5 to snap that pawn. I mean, I'm just looking really good here. But anyway, so I played b6, and the idea of b6 is to get the queen active. The queen has to come back into the game somehow to try and make some things happen. So he plays h5, h4, threatening to play h5. So I play knight h5. I can't let him play h5. I can't let him open up the position, especially with the battery on this part of the board of my king. So he plays rook to g1. So I play queen to c8. The threat is just queen here, queen to h3. For example, if he comes here threatening to take this with the idea of mates, I just move my queen there, and this will lose immediately to the check. It goes, and that's just mate. Uh, so queen c8, he plays f4. It says, hey, I can't let you do that. I played f5. I'm like, I can't let you have all these pieces on my king side as well. So I played f5. I mean, I look my position. So f5 is played. It plays queen to f3. Good move, make uncovering for this bishop, putting pressure here. So I have to be careful here because if I move this bishop away, queen takes knight is just crushing. I'm just losing a piece for nothing. So I played rook to e7 here, remember. Yeah, the idea is actually to bring the queen to f7 and to double the rooks on the e file. So he plays bishop to d3. I play queen to e8. He plays b3. He plays bishop to d4. You could always take your time to go through this game to see because there were so many opportunities that I missed. I really, like I said, this game still hurts me really badly. Bishop to d4 is played. They play rook to g2. So I play king to h8. It's very important I get away from the possibilities of queen takes because of the pin on the g file. So king h8 is played. He plays king to c2. I play queen to f7. What's the point? Now I'm putting extra protection on this guys. I'm going to clear the e8 square for my rook. I'm going to bring my bishop back to g7, and then I'm going to go for the battery. So just try and give myself a lot of possibilities. Queen f7 was played here. It plays rook h1. I play bishop to f6, making sure no piece lands on the square g5. He plays rook h3. I doubled my rooks. I mean, this is just beautiful, 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 beautiful. And it goes to d1. What a square for a queen to d1. So bishop to g7. Like I said, the idea is to set up the battery. So it plays queen to b1, queen f6. I love this position. Now it plays rook f2. I play queen d4, putting pressure on the rook, threatening moves like b5, and if it takes, queen takes d5, I'm just looking great here. So it goes back. Now I played b5. It plays rook h to f3. In this position, I thought a lot about this move rook to e2. What's the point? Because if it takes, I take. Now, I'm just threatening mate in one. So it has to play. Now, one of the things I was afraid was king here. But king here doesn't work because it's checkmate in one. I missed this move. Now, other possibility was it could have moved the rook to d3. right? Then I have my queen to e4. Now, note what I've done here. I've pretty much paralyzed his position, like absolute paralysis. Paralyzed his position. The dark squares I mean, he cannot do anything on the dark squares. Queen is out of place. I'm about to do knight takes. I mean, bishop d4. This is just, now, wow. Like I said, everyone's still going over this game. So much pain. God help me. Holy Spirit, help me. So much pain. I thought about rook e2. I was like, I wasn't sure. Well, in any loss, just have to make sure you learn something. You have to learn something. Totally crushing position, but I didn't do that. I was like, I'm already a pawn up. I'm just going to take it easy. And no, no. What if there's anything I've learned from this game is like not to take it easy. Just force your way through. You can't just wait till regardless of you being a material hole, you have to make something happen. It's very important I destroy these pieces because these are the pieces that are actually covering the king. The rooks are of no effect right now because the only file on the board is being controlled by me, which is the e file. So these rooks are actually not doing anything. These bishops are more protecting this king. The queen is, of course, definitely out of the game. So this bishop's right here. Without this bishop here, this king is open. This is a weak square. I mean, once I can get a rook here, this game is pretty much over, you know? But anyway, I played b5. He played rook h2, f3. I played rook to b8. The threat is just to take. Of course, he can't take back with the pawn because of. So he has to take. So I take back. Now he plays bishop c4. I played check. He played rook d3. Now I didn't see this line. And I almost blundered here. I was almost going to make this move, rook move. And then thinking that if he comes here, I'm just going to bring my queen here. But bishop here just traps my queen. I was thinking, oh, I'm just going to go to g2. No, sorry, bishop moves back. Bishop takes g2. So here it's very, very important for me to make this small, blocking the communication between these two guys from that square. So I play rook to e1, I play queen to b7. It takes, I take back, right? And then it plays b4. Now, like this game, I really like, just grab this pawn first. Grab the pawn. Queen c1, threatening what? I'm not sure. Just bring the queen back. Knight f6 possible. I'll probably bring the queen back to e7, then rook here. I mean, just winning. Just winning. But anyway, I said, I'm already up, so I'm just gonna take my time. So he plays b4, I play rook to e8, getting all my pieces in the game. He takes, I take back. He plays queen to h1, protecting the pawn. So I play rook to d8. The idea is to bring this bishop off. Rook takes, queen goes to d4, and then I'm going to just make his life a little bit miserable. So he plays queen to c6, king g7. The reason I moved the king to g7 was because I didn't want any kind of checks on the background. And I was trying to go to hide my king on h6 where there's no checks, nothing at all. So he played a4. So he has to play a4 because nothing happens here. Every other part of the board is pretty much um, done. Like nothing is happening. So it's very important he uses majority here against my one pawn. So I play rook d6, queen a8, rook back, it goes back to c6. I move the knight to f6. So after knight to f6, he plays king to d3. Now this move was a very important move. Why is this move a very important move? Because I had plans of actually pinning this guy and then releasing my bishop somewhere. I had plans of doing that. So king b3 was actually a very good move for him. I mean, during this game, I thought to myself, that was a good move. So I play rook d6 again. It goes back. I went to c7. What's the point of c7? Stopping the bishop from coming to a5, number one. And also, this doesn't work because I'm just take twice and just still winning. So he plays a. Now, I missed this point. He played h5. I played rook d6. Queen to c8. Now, I cannot take here and take back because this is very strong. This is just winning. Rook here. He's going to defend the pawn first, and then I cannot stop either bishop here or bishop here. That's just winning. So, um, of course I didn't take the queen. It captures, I captures back. He plays bishop to a5, rook to d7. It goes to c8, threatening nothing. So I play knight to h5. Now the idea is I'm trying to get my king away so that the bishop can keep an eye on this diagonal. And anytime it checks me here and I move to h6, it doesn't have the because of the bishop. And if it takes, my pawn takes, and I can always block with my queen, my rook queen out defending the seventh, my seventh rank. So the seventh rank. So he plays queen to b8 because there was an immediate threat of the pawn. So I play king to h6. He plays queen to c8. The idea is he's not going to let me move this bishop back because rook takes is just waiting. So I play queen to d6, putting pressure on the pawn twice. He plays bishop to d2. I play queen to e7. He plays a5. I play rook to d8. He plays queen to c6. Now I play bishop back. Yeah, it's very important for me to get into this position to come someone say hi to this king. So it takes, I take back. It plays queen to e d5. I want to exchange pieces. Of course, I don't want to. I need to use my queen against this king. I play queen to e7. Pawn push takes, take, pawn push. Now that's a very good move. For example, if you are taking, then I thought I was going to make this move, but still doesn't really do much. But anyway, so it, sorry, oh, this is well, so it's such a tough loss for me. So, sorry, what happened? What happened? Yeah, so he pushes the pawn. I play knight f6. He checks. I move to h5. He plays queen to b7. Now I went to f6. At this point, slight advantage black. I shouldn't be losing this game. He pushes the pawn, queen check. He moves, queen takes threat, mate on b4. So he cannot queen yet because of the mate threat. So he moves the king, queen check, he moves, queen takes c4. I really told myself there is no way in the world I'm going to lose this position because unusual material balance. Two queens and a pawn. Well, it's about a big two queen and a king against a queen, two pawns. I mean, I just felt I'm doing pretty well here. So queen check, it moves, knight takes f4, checks, king to knight h5, queen moves, queen check, king captures, bishop to d4. There is no way I'm winning this game, of course. I mean, losing this game, that's what I meant to say. But it comes back, I play knight f6, it checks, I move my king. It moves his queen, I push the pawn check. It moves his king, check, check. He offered me a draw here. I said no. If I the way I said no, I didn't really like it. I should have taken a little, I mean, be nice, that's another lesson. And the reason I said no is that in a lot of situations in the past, I've played a lot of these kids that whenever they're losing, they just keep offering you draws. But this wasn't the case. This was an honest draw offer by my opponent. And because of my past experience, the way I responded, even I really didn't like it. But I said no, so he moves again. I checked, he moved, and I pushed the pawn, walking into a checkmate in two moves. Ah, like I said, like still talking about this, it is really, 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 really painful. Check, knight moves, and then there was a checkmate. So this is why I lost this game up to IM Eshaan. And like I said, very, very tough loss for me. Very tough loss for me. Very tough loss for me. Uh, yeah, I won my first two games, very nice games, but this game here, like I said, God help me. Anyway, I don't know if I want to show the other games that I won, the two games. They were interesting games as well. One of them I was on the white side of a London system. I don't normally play London, but I just felt, let me play something different. And then of course the win I had was on the black side of the Sicilian can. That was a beautiful, beautiful game. Anyway, if I can get enough likes, for this uh for this for this game, I'll probably try and review those games. In the meantime, there are still some other games I'm trying to do a recap on. I haven't finished with the next gen. I'm going to do some videos on that maybe later on today and see how it goes. So thank you for always being here. And you might be asking me, what's the point of these, my, what's it called? These image that I put there. This image pretty much shows how I felt when I lost that game and how I felt even hours after I lost that game. I wasn't, although I took the loss well, I wasn't, I took the loss well, but I mean, I'm still a little bit upset, but I'm getting over it. Okay, it's a beautiful Monday morning, uh, evening, wherever you are in the part of the world. Take care, God bless, and see you soon. Bye for now.